Now students, our next chapter is measurement. Our next chapter is measurement. Okay. So what is measurement? Measurement means how to measure length, weight, length and weight, length of an object and length of an object and also weight of an object. So how to measure, what are the measurements we are using to calculate, we are using to calculate, we are able to find the length of an object and weight of an object. Here in this chapter we are going to discuss about two concepts, mainly discuss on two concepts. The first concept is measurement of length. The second concept is measurement of weight. How to measure weight, how to measure length of an object or distances, how to measure long distances, short distances. Okay. See here, so in the length, first we start from length. We can use this part of our body to measure the things around us. Using our body parts, we can measure lengths around our surroundings. First, what is hand span? What is hand span? How to measure distance using hand span? Hand span means total distance from, so this, what is this? Thumb to the last finger. This total distance, see there in the figure. So the total distance from thumb to last finger. So the distance is hand span. So this total distance is one hand span. One hand span. Hand span means the distance from thumb to the last finger. So that is one hand span. Okay. So using hand span we can measure, so the length of a board also, the length of the table, the length of the book. How many hand span distance? What is the length of the table, the board and the textbook? So using hand span we can measure. Okay. So this is hand span. Okay. So one more, a digit. What is a digit? Digit means a length, total length with a first finger. So this total distance of this finger, total length of this finger is a digit. Length of this finger is a digit. Okay. If suppose this chalk piece is there, so what is the length of this chalk piece? So using this, it means it is nearly equal to one digit length, one digit length. So we can find the length of your pencil, length of your pen, length of your compass box, length of your textbook using a digit. How many digits? The length of your pencil. So once you find your pencil length using a digit means the length of our first finger. So this finger, this is a digit. Okay. Next, a palm. So what is a palm? It is a distance. So the distance from here to here. So this is a palm. So this distance from here to here, this is a palm. Using these three body parts means using hand. Using our hand we can measure, so some measurement, hand span. So this is one hand span. Hand span means from this, means what, this thumb to last finger. Distance from thumb to last finger, that is one span. So the span means the distance from thumb to the last finger, that is hand span. And using a means using our body part, like means first finger. So this is a digit. The length of this finger is a digit. The length of this finger is a digit. So then palm. Palm means in same. So with the hand, the total distance from here to here. This is a palm. One palm distance from here to here. If you calculate like this, this is one palm, this is second. And after that, this is third, this is fourth, like this. So using palm we can find length of an object. Length of an object. Using a digit also we can find length of objects. Using hand span also we can find length of objects. Okay. These are the three measurements. So starting three measurements, by using our body parts we can find the length of the objects. Okay. Now the next unit, a cubit. What is a cubit? Cubit is a distance from the hand knee to the middle finger. Hand knee to the middle finger, the total distance. So that is equal to 1 cubit. 1 cubit means the total distance from hand knee to the middle finger. So that is our 1 cubit. So in the figure it is given 1 cubit. What is given 1 cubit? See there. Okay. So that is the distance from hand knee to the middle finger. Next, a footprint. So footprint in the figure it is given. What is the footprint? The total distance means whatever the foot size is there. So that is footprint. The total distance of a foot is a footprint. Okay. So that is given in the figure. Okay. A pace. What is a pace? Pace is a distance. It is approximately one step. One step. When we are walking normally, the one step distance, that is a pace. That is a pace. Okay. So cubit means the distance from hand knee to the middle finger. So that is given, see there. So that is 1 cubit. And footprint means the distance of a foot, the total length of a foot, that is 1 footprint. Then a pace is also given. Pace is a distance normally. So if normal we are walking, so that one step is equal to 1 pace. Okay. So these are the distance we are using with our body parts. Okay. See here students, now in the length, the question based on length. So what is the first question here? Look at this picture carefully. See that picture. In that picture, what is given? In that picture, one boy is sitting in front of a table, and teacher and student is there. So teacher and student, so they are also standing in front of the table, and one boy is measuring the length of a pencil. The length of a pencil. 3 pictures are given. So first, second, third. In total, in the first picture, the boy is sitting in front of the table, and teacher and student both are standing in front of table. And in third picture, so the pencil length, they are measuring pencil length. See here. Then after that, what questions he has given here? So use these body units of length and record the measurements in the box, in the given boxes. In these boxes, we have to record our lengths. Okay. First, what is the first question according to the first picture? This first question based on your first picture. So what is the first picture? The boy is sitting in front of a table. So what is the first question? My desk is dash cubit long. Cubit. What is a cubit? So whatever your desk is there, so in your home, so your desk is there, no? So measure your desk length with cubit, means from here to here. Here to here we have to measure. So like this, first, and after that second and third, like that we have to measure like this. First and second and third, how many cubits length it is? How many cubit length it is? Using your cubit means from hand knee, here hand knee to the last, means this middle finger, the total length. So measure your desk length, using cubit. So it is approximately whatever the length you are getting, so that you have to write in the box. It is approximately 2 cubits. If suppose the length is 2 cubit, then write here 2 cubit or 3 cubits. So your small kids know, so your cubit length is small, so you will get approximately 4 cubit. So calculate your desk length using cubit. Using cubit, how to measure? From your hand knee to the middle finger. So you measure your desk length and write that number here. So your hands are small, no? So you will get approximately 4 cubit length. That is approximately 4 cubit length. So in your home, so according to your cubit, measure the length of your desk, and that number you should write in the box. Okay. The first picture is over. And the second picture, my teacher's table is dash hand span. Dash hand span. What is a hand span? Hand span means the distance from thumb to the last finger. Thumb to last finger, the distance is hand span. Now you count how many hand span. The distance like 1. This is 1 hand span, then 2 hand span. Then after that 3 hand spans, then 4 hand spans, then 5 hand spans. Like this we have to find the distance using hand span. So here teacher's desk, here teacher's table. So measure your teacher's table with hand span. So what is the length of your teacher's table? So this question based on your second picture, your teacher's table length. So how many hand spans? Nearly it is 8 to 9 hand spans or 10 hand spans. So 10 hand spans. So your hand is so small, no? So it is approximately 10 hand span. Approximate. but you count and write, okay, how many hand spans your teacher table length is. So according to that you write your number in this box, okay. This, the second picture is over. The third picture, my pencil dash digit long. Digit means the length of this first finger. First finger length is 1 digit. So take your pencil like this is a pen, this is a pen. So but you take your pencil and find your digit. This is 1 digit, and from here to here again we have to take 2 digits. This is 2 digit length. Here to here 1 digit, here to here 1 digit, then after that again here to here 1 digit. Total 2 digit length. This pen is 2 digit length. So 2 digit length means the finger length, 1 finger length, okay. So like that you find your pencil length, okay. According to your digit, according to your finger, find the length of your pencil. Take your big pencil and measure the length with your first finger, that is a 1 digit. So your hand is small now, so it is approximately 4 digit long, 4 to 5 digits, okay, 4 digits long. This values here I am taking approximate value of this, but you should do accurate, you should count accurate and write your accurate answers in the boxes, okay. First you measure your desk using cubit, and here find the length of your teacher's table using hand span, and find your pencil length using digit, okay. Digit means first finger length is a 1 digit, and hand span means the distance from thumb to the last finger, that is 1 hand span, and cubit means hand knee to the middle finger, the distance, the total distance is hand span, okay. Now students, weight. About length we completed. So how to measure length using our body parts, okay. Now weight, how to measure weight. So using balance we can measure weight. So generally this balance, we are, so the kirana merchants, fruit merchant, fruit sellers and all, they are using balance, use balance to measure so objects or fruits or articles, whatever. So they are using balance. So what is the balance, how it is? We use weighing machine to measure compare weights. Compare weights means either it is less weight or more weight. To compare these weights, generally we are using weighing machines. How the weighing machines? It has 2 pans. Weighing machines has 2 pans. See in the picture, 2 pans we have. First pan and second pan. Total how many pans we have? 2 pans. Weighing machine have 2 pans and a rod. A rod is there in between. So the total one rod is there. So between one rod is there. So which moves a point. It moves on a point. It moves up and down, it moves. It moves up and down. So this weighing machine is having 2 pans. See in the picture, 2 pans are there and one rod is there, which moves on a point, that point should be in the middle, should be in the middle. So this is our weighing machine structure. So this is our weighing machine. So then how to measure so objects using weighing machine. See here in the weighing machine what is given. So in 2 pans, in one pan school bag is there, and another pan so book is there. On one pan one book we kept, and another pan we kept bag. Here if we compare book and bag, so book weight is heavier, and book weight is lighter and bag weight is heavier. Bag weight is heavier than book weight. It means book is lighter weight. Whenever, so in these two objects, this bag is having heavier object, so heavier weight. So heavier weight objects goes down, it moves down. So the pan with the heavier weight goes down. See in the picture. So once we see the pan, both the pans, this back pan goes down. So it is down. Why it's down? It's because the bag weight is heavier than book weight. Then the pan with the lighter weight goes up. Here book weight is lighter, so the pan moves up. The lighter weight objects, lighter weight and heavier weight, Lighter weight object, wherever the lighter weight object pan is there, that moves up, and heavier object pans goes down. Okay. So lighter weight pan is moves upward and heavier object pan moves downward, means one is down and one is up. Which one is up and which one is down? The heavier object pan moves down and lighter weight pan moves up. Okay. In this way we can find which object is having heavier weight. So it is very easy to compare the object. In the two object, which object is a lighter and which object is a heavier. In book and bag, once we kept these two on a pan, on two pans, so the pan where the bag is there, that goes down, the pan where the book is there, that moves up. It means bag is a heavier object and book is a lighter object. Okay. So by using this means weighing machine, we can find the weight of objects. Okay. Now the students see here in this picture how the pans are. So the two pans are straight, So if the rod is straight, so then it means both pans are same level. If the rod is straight, then the pans are in the same level. Here the two pans are same level. Okay. Why? The rod is straight. If the rod is straight, then pans are same level. Pans are in the same level. Then what it means if pans are in the same level? If pans are in the same level, that means the weight of both the objects is same. Whatever the objects there in the two pans, the two objects weight is same. Here in the first pan, so what is there? Watermelon is there. In the second pan, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mangoes there. One watermelon is there in first pan. In the second pan, 8 mangoes are there. It means one watermelon weight is equal to 8 mangoes weight. So that is why these two pans are in a same level. If pans are in a same level, when it's possible? When the rod is straight. When the rod is straight, then pans are in the same level. It means so both the objects in the two pans are same weight. It means we have here in first pan watermelon is there. That watermelon weight is equal to 8 mangoes weight. Means one watermelon weight is equal to 8 mangoes weight. So because of here pans are on same level. Okay. See here. So what we have to do in this question? So look at the balances and tick the heavier objects. Heavier objects we have to tick. So here 6 balances are given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this 6 balances, heavier objects we have to tick. In the first balance, what is given? In the first pan, what is given? One diary is given, means one book is given, and the second pan eraser is given. So here books gets down. It means first pan gets down and the second pan moves up. It means so whatever the pan gets down, that is the heavier object. It means this book in this pan, book is a heavier object. Tick book as a heavier object. Okay. Now in the second balance, so what is given? So one tomato is given and watermelon is given. On the first pan tomato is given, on the second pan watermelon is given. So here the tomato pan moves up, the watermelon pan comes down. So it means the second pan is heavier. In the second balance, the second pan is heavier. It means watermelon is heavier. Tick watermelon here. Okay. Tick watermelon. Okay. The next, in the third balance, weighing balance. So what is given in the pans? In the first pan, one rose flower is given. On the second balance, so lemon is given. So here if we see these two pans, then how it is? The flower pan is up and the lemon pan is down. It means the lemon is a waiter object. Means second pan, the lemon pan is a waiter object. So lemon, tick lemon there. Okay. Next, so in the fourth weighing balance, what is given in fourth balance? In the fourth balance, what is given? See here, in two pans, in the first pan, papaya is given, and the second pan, so what is given in the second pan? See in the second pan once. So in the second pan, mango is there. So in first pan, papaya is there. Second pan, mango is there. So here, papaya pans moves down. It means papaya is a waiter fruit, means waiter object. So that means we tick in first pan. Okay, first pan, that is papaya. So next, in the fifth balance, in the fifth weighing balance, so what is given in the two pans? In the first pan, complete water tank is there. So and another water bottle is given. So water tank, so wherever water tank is there, so that pan is waiter. Why? It is moves down. The pan moves down, means downward, means down. It is a heavier. So the water tank, wherever we kept that pan is a heavier. So take the water tank pan. Okay, that is the waiter object. So next, in the next sixth weighing machine, what is given in the sixth weighing machine? So here in the sixth weighing machine, so in first pan, pen is given. In the second pan, so ball is given. So if we compare two pans, so the ball moves down, the ball pan moves down, means that is a waiter object, means so we tick in second pan. So what is that second pan? So that is ball is a heavier object. Okay, so like that we have to think. First we have to see the picture. Say in the rod, which one moves down? So that is in that heavier object is there. Okay, so which is down, means which moves downward, that is having heavier object. That pan we have to tick. Okay. See students, in this concept weighing things, what would happen if two objects an equal weight are kept on balance, such as weight of one apple is same as the weight of 5 strawberries. See here in the picture. So then what happened if the same weight of two objects kept on two pans? Then what happened? So the two balances are at same level. The two pans are same level. When the two objects in the two pans are same, equal weights, if they have equal weights, then the two pans are on same level. See here, before also, so one watermelon and mangoes, 8 mangoes were there. So watermelon weight and 8 mangoes weights were same. There also the two pans are on same level. Why? The weight of watermelon is equal to 8 mangoes weight there. Here also, what happened? He is asking, what happened if the two weights are equal in the two pans? So then what happened? The pans are on same level. So here on first pan, what is given? On the first pan, so one apple we kept on first pan. On the second pan, 5 strawberries we kept. How many strawberries? 5 strawberries. So the rod is straight. It means the two pans are on same level. The two pans are on same level. It means one apple weight is equal to 5 strawberries weight. 5 strawberries weight. Why here equal? Because the two pans are on same level. If two pans are on same level, it means, so whatever we kept on two pans, they are having equal weights. They are having equal weights. So that is why one apple weight here is equal to 5 strawberries weight. Okay. Now the next concept, measuring capacity. First what we discuss about length, then after that about weight, then after that capacity. How to measure capacity? See, what is capacity? Actually, what is capacity means? The ability of the things hold or contain a particular amount of something is called capacity. Something hold, suppose one water bottle is there. In one water bottle, if 1 liter petrol or diesel or water, whatever, so we are going to fill, that is the capacity of that bottle. Okay. So in 1 liter, in one bottle, if you fill 1 liter liquid, either whatever it is, either it is water or it is something something something, so that is the capacity of that water bottle. Okay, how much it holds, so that is the capacity. Okay, if one big water tank is there, in that water tanker if we fill 500 liters of water, that is the capacity of that water tank. If one jug is there, water jug, so water jug, it holds 1 liter water, 1 liter water. So whatever the capacity we can put, we can hold water, say in that particular jug, that is the capacity of that jug. So this is the capacity. Capacity means whatever the holding capacity of a particular object, that is the capacity. Okay, capacity can be measured in liters. Capacity can be measured in liters. We can measure in liters. And so water bottle's capacity holds, here suppose water bottles has a capacity 1 liter, then that is the capacity of water liter bottle is 1 liter. So that means the capacity of that bottle is 1 liter. So then, okay, so this is about the capacity. What is the capacity? Capacity means, so how much amount of a liquid hold in a particular object, particular thing, that is the capacity. That is the capacity. Capacity means how much liquid hold in a particular object, either it is a jug or it is a water bottle, whatever it is. Okay. Yes. Now students, in this measuring capacity, see here one bucket is given, that bucket capacity is given. So that bucket capacity is equal to, so number of bottles given. How many bottles? 1 liter bottles are given. How many 1 liter bottles are given here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 1 liter bottles given. It means this bucket capacity is equal to 7 liters. In that box we have to write 7 liters. 7 liters, that is 7 liters capacity. So what? That bucket capacity. Then after that milk can is given. In that milk can, so then what is the capacity of that milk can? So first we have to count how many 1 liter bottles are there. So once you count how many 1 liter bottles are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 1 liter bottles are there. It means that milk can capacity is equal to 9 liters. In that box 9 liters we have to write. We have to write 9 liters. Then after that, so water tank is given, that water tank capacity. So what is that water tank capacity? First we have to count how many 1 liter bottles are there. How many 1 liters bottles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total 12. It means the capacity is 12 liters. In the box we have to write 12 liters. 12 liters. The first bucket capacity is equal to 7 liters. Then milk can capacity is equal to 9 liters. And water. So water tank capacity is equal to 12 liters. Just we have to count how many bottles are there. So each bottle is equal to 1 liter. That number of bottles is equal to that many liters. Here 7 bottles, 7 liters bucket capacity, and water can capacity. So total 9 1 liter bottles, that is 9 liters capacity. Then in that water tank, water can, the total capacity 12 liters. Okay. Okay students. Now see here. So what is given in this question? If you pick up item in a supermarket, you will find the weight or capacity of a product printed on the back or bottom of the pack. Read the weight or capacity of the product, fill in the tag tied with them. Okay. Some product are given. So total 6 products are given. Say in the supermarket, if you pick these 6 products from the supermarket, so weight or capacity, so that was printed on the back or bottom of the pack. First you read weight or capacity of the product, and whatever tag is there with them, then you should write the weight on the tag. You should write weight or capacity on the tag. The first one, in the first product, see in the picture, in the first product, juice is given. So juice in the bottom it is written, so 1L. 1L means 1 liter. 1 liter. It means on the tag what we should write? 1L. On the tag we should write 1 L, 1 liter, 1 liter. Okay, so that we have to write on the tag. So that juice on the juice, so we should write 1 liter. And the next one, so in the next product, so what is given? So what is given in the next product? In the next product, room cleaner is given. So on the room cleaner, again you see bottom. So what is given? On the room cleaner also it is written 1 liter, 1 liter. So that means on the tag we have to write 1 L, 1 liter. So 1 liter, that is the capacity of the room cleaner, 1 liter capacity. Okay, and after that the third product, soap. So soap, that is given. So what is the weight on the bottom? So in the bottom it is written 250 gram, 250 gram. So that 250 gram, so we should write on the tag. So that tag is there now with that soap, with the soap tag is there. So on the tag we should write 250 grams. Okay, then in the sixth product, so what is given? Sixth product, so detergent powder is given, means washing powder is given. Then washing powder, so what is the weight of that washing powder? So 1 kg, 1 kg washing powder, it means 1 kg, we have to write 1 kg on the tag. So we have to write 1 kg on the tag. Now after that, sixth product, what is the sixth product? Cooking oil is given. Once you see cooking oil, so cooking oil 5 kg is written on the top, 5 kg is written on the top. So it means on the tag, so we should write 5 kg. So that is the weight, of that what? Cooking oil. So next, wheat. So wheat, sixth product is wheat. So what is the weight? In the bottom it is given 10 kg, 10 kg. So 10 kg wheat is there. So on the tag we should write 10 kg. Okay, in that way, so total 6 products are given, supermarket products. So on that, so already, so it's given the capacity or the weight is given on the bottom or top of a item. Then that first we should check, and that we have to write on the tag. On the tag is also given. On the tag we should mention the weight of that product. Okay.